Hello guys, and welcome to this video for a very important question to be cleared now for you guys. How to find all the root canals of the teeth. So this is very important and of course mostly important for teeth like the maxillary first molar, where we want to find usually the 4 root canals including the MB2 of course. Here we have a very good example of why this is important. Take a look at this. I will actually use an arrow here to show to you guys the MB2 of this tooth. Okay, so take a look. The MB2 was not treated just like the others of this first molar. So let's understand what happened here. I will turn on my 3D multiplanar reconstruction and look at this, what's happening here. I will turn on my axis and there you have it. Let's see the mesial root of the first molar, and you are already seeing a problem here, right? You are already seeing a problem. We have the mesial roots, and if we put all the axes parallel to the mesial roots, we can see both root canals here. Okay, so now we have both root canals. I will take out now my axis so that you guys can see properly. And look at this. You have the palatal root canal, so the MB2, which is not treated completely, and now you have a lesion at the end of this root canal. Okay, so if we navigate through the slices containing these roots, take a look at this. So you can see properly the MB2, okay, and the MB2 was not treated. We can see mostly because of the axial plane, of course. So how to do this? How to assess these cases properly? Okay, so let's review all the steps to assess the root canals. And here we have the CBCT. You have the first molar already in position, but now some steps before we even start, we need to adjust the brightness and contrast, of course. So we click here, and then we are going to adjust brightness and contrast, and we want an average contrast. Go back to the video of CBCT if you need to review this content, okay? Now, what is the next step? We are going to start by the axial plane. We start on the entrances of the root canal, and I'm going to move upwards until I see the division between both root canals. Okay, and I already have it. I will turn on an arrow again. This is the MB1, of course, okay? And this is the MB2, which is so much more narrow, and that's also very common. It's narrow, sometimes it's difficult to find. We find in half of the cases, that's the statistics among dentists, so that's why it's very important for you to navigate properly through CBCT slices. So you already found in the axial plane. All right, the next step is very simple. We need to make all the axes parallel to the mesial roots, or perpendicular, of course, to these roots. So let's review this now. We have the axis again. Let's turn on the axis and let's make everything parallel. So it's not parallel completely, and now I am making it parallel. And look at this. You can already see this is the cross-sectional image, and the cross-sectional image, which is now a coronal plane, of course, is the correct image for you to detect the length of those root canals. Okay, so of course that's the correct plane. And now I already see both root canals. They are not exactly wide, they are actually narrow. But okay, so let me move now the axis to be a little bit more parallel, and look at this. I can see that they start here, and let me remove now the axis for you guys to see better. They start at the floor of the pulp chamber, they split, and they get together back again close to the apex, okay? So this would be the MB2, the palatal one, this would be the MB1, and they are getting together here. If you are not so sure about this, navigate through the planes again, and you guys will make sure that this is actually what is happening, okay? So you navigate through all the planes, and then look at this. Even in the axial to the apical direction, I can no longer see, at some points, 2 different root canals and only one arriving at the apex. Take a look at this. Okay, so that's how we do to locate this root canal.